Hello, Tarot fam. So we're doing something a little bit different. This year, I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a Sunday wrap up, like a Sunday psychic reflections. We'll talk about any of the psychic scores that I was alerted to, and we'll talk about what happened this week and what's going to come up this week. So we had some interesting feedback on the Joe Biden saying goodbye. Everybody wants to know what about that speech where he talked about oligarchs taking over the country, taking over politics in the US. If it was a fair and free election, maybe it's not oligarchs, maybe people just voted that way. So today I'm recording this on Sunday. It is January 19th. It's just about noon. The transition inaugural festivities have been on since Friday in Washington, D.C., here in the United States. And I did talk about this on my live, but I think it's good to talk about it again. So a number of people, I have a lot of clients and viewers that are out of the country, and they ask why we have our election in November, our inauguration in January. And the reason is because the size of the country, that historically it afforded an incoming president time to wrap up their home and move their family to Washington, D.C. The country is very vast. In recent years, this has been something that certain voices have been discussing about. Maybe it's not necessary. Maybe we should have the election and have the president take over immediately upon election, as is demonstrated in other countries. I'm interested to see if that's going to happen. I think Donald Trump is not the person to put that idea forth, though. I think that will be seen as vastly a power grab. I think it will be misinterpreted by certain individuals. So it may be something that we see in future presidential suggestion. So we also saw Harry and Meghan's show got delayed purportedly due to the insensitivity and the LA fires. Is that a delay due to the negative responses in the comments? Quite possibly. We learned that there was a person who was armed that went to the funeral of Jimmy Carter. So it was possibly another fascination attempt. If you follow my channel, you know what I mean by fascination attempt. So there may have been some issue with that. The inauguration has been moved indoors, and it will be taking place in the rotunda due to the weather. Now, I just went outside and it is a bit balmy outside. It feels a little gross. We are allegedly getting snow. I have learn to not get too excited about snow because we just really don't get snow in New Jersey. So I did see on our weather report, they were saying we're going to get like 1 to 4 inches and the state's under a state of emergency. But Governor Murphy probably did that so that people are getting emergency pay. I don't know. But our snow events are usually a non-event. So don't want to harp on the weather, but if anybody's at the controls of that machine, I would like a little bit of snow at least once a year here in New Jersey. So not going to harp on it. We also learned that Michelle Obama is refusing to attend like pretty much any and all of the events that have to do with her husband's former position. She neglected to leave Hawaii due to scheduling conflicts for the funeral of Jimmy Carter, and she's now declining to attend any and all of the inaugural hoopla. And I do think that she feels a certain way about the Trump camp. We also found out that there's a reignition to the rumor that Jennifer Aniston has been secretly dating Barack Obama. I think all of these things deserve a quick look. So let's pull some cards on all of these topics and see what we have. We will also, I'll preview some of the things. I think we'll go into detail on some of these in the coming week. Apologies ahead of schedule. We have an inauguration. We have a new team coming in. Pete Hegseth was grilled and then kind of came to the surface. So we've got all of this cabinet that needs to get confirmed. And I think it's going to be a politically heavy week this week. So if you're not into politics, I'm sorry. I will try and sprinkle in some of the gossipy fun stuff. I do have a tremendous list. Nicki Minaj is still on the list for 2025 predictions, as is Cardi B. Cardi B got added. So I learned something very interesting from NT Lawyer today about Cardi B and Offset. So it was on one of his blind items. So you can go over there and check that out. Crazy days and nights. So let's take a look at some of these questions and we'll just do like a quick scratch the surface. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. I really cannot thank everybody enough for being part of this amazing journey that I'm on. Things are happening and my teeth are finally straightening out. I don't have my Invisalign in now, but they're almost totally straight now. So I should be done in a few weeks, which is pretty exciting. So thank you to everyone. And thank you especially to all the other channels that support me. You know, there's a bunch of you. So I really appreciate everything you do. I will thank each and every one of you individually on some shorts coming up in the future. So let's bring up that card view, guys. And as always, I hope you're having a great Sunday. You are going to get Mixtape Monday tomorrow. So this really isn't your Mixtape Monday itch that is being scratched. So Joe Biden, when he said goodbye, there was another speech today where he was talking about the released Israelis. Again, that'll be another reading that we'll do all together. But this was the televised speech that he did where he said that oligarchs are taking over the United States and we have to be careful of that power grab. I am of the opinion that Joe Biden was wearing a mask in that. So let's take a look and see if Joe Biden was indeed wearing a mask in that. Strength in reverse, Two of Swords. We're using the Cosmo Tarot. This is linked in the description if you like it. High Priestess in reverse, Secrets Revealed, Five of Wands in reverse, and the Tower. The Lovers up top in reverse, and down at the bottom, the Knight of Wands. I'm going to say that I do think that there was something going on there in terms of deception that is being revealed. It does look like, if you look at the video footage, you guys know I like to go into conspiracy theory every now and then, but in the video footage, his eyes are not quite matching up with the latex, and we do have that bizarro cleft in his chin. So if you know, you know, guys, there is a weird cleft in his chin that shows up sometimes. So I think the party has truly abandoned him, and I don't think they're doing him any favors at this point. I think the Democrats really have run screaming in the other direction. There is a statement from Nancy Pelosi's daughter that we're going to go into this week too in a short video, so I want you to keep an eye out for that. Thought it was very interesting that the daughter was saying that Nancy is one of the few people that still supports Joe Biden. I find that curious. So here we are separating from the party with that Lovers card in reverse. We've got the Strength card in reverse. Nobody's got any patience at this point. They just want to shuffle him off the stage. Here we go with the Two of Swords. You've got a road to go down. High Priestess, again, Secrets Revealed. The Five of Wands in reverse is discordant parties working together to have the tower crashing moment. Knight of Wands, they are burying him under the surface. So I do think that this is, you know, a crash and burn of his career. I think they're really done with him. I think he failed to serve his purpose, and the disappointment is there. The Democratic Party really is in shambles. So Harry and Meghan delayed cooking show after showing how much they cared. Let's talk about how Netflix is feeling about this. Is Netflix doing it out of being kind, or is Netflix doing it out of the response to the comments? Little pause to make a correction to that camera. I did an update on my computer and my camera is being a little titchy. It's giving me a hard time. So Netflix, what's the deal? How do you feel about Harry and Meghan? What is going on? Are you just trying to run down the contract? Temperance, they are waiting. Now, earlier this week, I did get a reading that said they were going to work in reverse. We got this Eight of Pentacles. Their goal now is not to make her look like this glowing, shining kitchen diva. They are going to show her for what she is. They're going to get more people to watch it. So the star in reverse is not a good sign. This is them really saying we don't see any future here. Magician, they're going to make lemons out of lemonade. So I do think that we are seeing some leaks at this point. The Vanity Fair article is something I'm going to be discussing a little bit later in the week too. So you will get a little bit of gossip. So stick with me, kids. Ace of Swords, like the pen is mightier than the sword. This is somebody who thinks she had a great idea. She did not. It was not a great idea. Temperance, biding their time with all the people working. So how do they see Harry and Meghan? High Priestess, secrets revealed. They're worth more. How do they see themselves? They will be the ones to reveal this. The whole world is waiting for someone to show them for what they're worth. And Netflix, I think, just assumed that responsibility. So interesting stuff here. Netflix is going to try and Ace of Wands, new start, that whole scenario. So that's what we got. Barack and Michelle. So I did hear on another channel that someone overheard one of their daughters was being asked, are you spending Christmas with your mom or dad? So clearly not in a situation where they're together. Are they split now? Four of Wands. They've got enough houses. They can stay together. Are they split now? King of Pentacles. The World in reverse. Yep. Same thing that I got earlier this week. They are not ready to get divorced and they're not ready to let it out yet. So Michelle refusing to go to the inauguration. I'm not so much worried about the Jimmy Carter funeral, but I am interested. Why did she decide not to go to the inauguration? Let's get some cards on that. It's not typically Judgment. She judges him all day long. Is it him or Melania? The Chariot. She is on the move to her own life. She does not want to condone it. You know, there's something interesting here because there's an integrity factor for her. She does not want to be seen as a hypocrite. And we've got to, for whatever it's worth, we've got to respect that. You know, if someone is being genuine and being true to how they feel about an individual, Six of Swords, it doesn't serve her or the other parties any good for her to go there. Very interesting. I like that we're getting some integrity out of here. I like that she is being positive about her future as a solo person, as someone who is moving on to their own endeavors, someone who is doing their own thing. I kind of like that. I'm not the biggest Michelle Obama fan. I did think that she was a better candidate than Kamala Harris for the 2024 election. I do think that she struggled with that decision. And I think there were parties that were really pushing her to be the candidate. And I think she opted out of it at the last minute. I think she did not want to do it. Now, was that because she does not want to be associated with Barack? Five of Wands. She's not a puppet. She's not a puppet. So for whatever it's worth, I know a lot of us, a lot of you that watch this channel and myself, we're not the biggest Michelle Obama fans, but I do think that this is a moment where she is sticking to her integrity. She's not going to sit there and smile like a goon when she really hates someone. Her face is going to tell the story. So good for her. Good for her. I think that's a cool thing on her part. So Jennifer Aniston. This rumor, I believe, first circled in October of 2024 that Jennifer Aniston and Barack Obama were together. And I think it's a very interesting couple. So she has apparently denied it. I don't think Barack has. Honestly, Barack's got quite the following on both sides of the spectrum. he's got a lot of charisma, a lot of chutzpah. He's got a lot of attractive qualities. So let's do a what if reading. What if Barack and Jennifer Aniston got together? What if they did get together? 7 of Cups. It enriches both of their value. It makes them a bit more interesting. It also it releases her from this archetype that she is, this a single woman, and I single childless woman who can't have a relationship. Not my assertion, it's fact. But I do think that the Cheryl Hines role is very attractive to her right now. Cheryl Hines is married to RFK Jr. We're going to be talking about them too now that he is going to be part of the Trump administration. I know she is a staunch Democrat. I don't know if she's going to like him being a part of that. So again, what if Jennifer Aniston and Barack Obama? Unfortunately, I think the relationship would be a bit more superficial than actual. I think it would be a bit more superficial, and they would be involved with each other because of who each other are, not necessarily because they really do find each other attractive. I think they would be a very sexy couple, though. I do think they would be a very sexy couple. So like I said, we are going to have a lot more longer form videos for that coming up this week. We're going to be talking a lot about politics. I'll dip in on Nancy Pelosi too. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you're excited about the incoming presidency. You don't have to be excited and yay a Donald Trump person, but change is always a lot of energy. And I think it's excitement because it's a change. It's just like if you get a new car. Does it matter if you went and purchased that new car because you loved it, or you went and purchased that car because some bozo crashed into you? It really doesn't change the excitement of having that new car. So I do hope that everyone is ready for some different stuff. I think we're going into a very exciting phase of world history and United States history, and I'm here for it. The Chinese say, may you live in interesting times, and I think we certainly do, and I would like to continue to do that. So with that, I hope you all have an amazing Sunday. I'm going to load this up right away. There's more to come. There are lives with Grumpy Sapper, the Fitness Hutch. Everybody has lives today. I think I already missed Trevor's. Trevor might be coming on soon, depending on what time I get this up. So I hope you guys have a great day, and look forward to my girlfriend Kathy and Veronica. They are going to be starting their podcast, Sassy, Shameless, and Sick of It All. You can find it here on YouTube. And I did do a community post. Go on over, give them a sub. They're going to have great content. They're both hilarious. It's going to be like just two fun girlfriends chatting away, having a great time, and talking about all kinds of stuff that my demographic is going to find interesting. It's going to be talking about life after 50, dating, life after divorce, menopause, fun places to go, fun things to do. They're really going to kind of run the whole gamut, and they're going to keep you entertained the whole time. Trust me, I have been friends with Kathy for it's like 50 years now. And she's had me laughing the whole time. So that's the world's loudest librarian. We know her, we love her. Guys have seen her here. So make sure you go over. I'm gonna be giving them a lot of lift because I really believe in what they're doing. I think it's going to be really great. But for you guys, thank you so much. We'll have lives coming up this week where I do readings for you. Thanks so much for being a part of my channel and for supporting me. It's really great. I do this because I want people to find their yellow brick road. I do this because I want people to feel better about their lives. And that includes you. I'll see you in the future.